All right, so last week you were all living in the fishing village of Angul on the southern end of Scythia. You each had different jobs that you were filling within the community. Vorty was the entertainment, I suppose. And Adaman was the tough guy to break up bar fights and drag off wife beaters, that kind of thing, deal with domestic violence, that kind of stuff.
That's rad.
Which was really all you had to do for the most part.
It's quiet town. I like it that way.
Roscoe Stubbles is a minor adventurer and scavenger, right? Is that how you would put it?
Yeah. Take what I can.
Okay.
Tell it where I can.
Nash is a fisherman.
Aye.
And Tesselae, it's kind of unclear what Tesselae was doing there. maybe it'll come out later on. Anyway, you were invited by a group that lives inside the mountain near Angul. For some reason, you guys agreed to it, and you entered the large double doors that were built into the side of the mountain. The door closed behind you, and for a moment, there was total darkness. And then a switch somewhere was flipped, and the place was flooded with bright light. Around the room, which is a large entrance hall, there's a big desk near the front where you suppose people might have checked in the past, like an information desk. And arrayed around the room are what look like exhibits of some kind. You were greeted by a gnome who is wearing a stuffy wool suit and a little bow tie. And he has white wispy hair that goes all over the place. And he introduced himself as Headmaster Echo.
Mm-hmm.
And he welcomed you to the Lazuli Institute. And I believe that's where we cut it off. So,
yeah.
You are still there in the entrance hall.
Mm-hmm.
It is completely flooded with light. You do not see fire anywhere. On the left and right sides of the room, it's a large room, it's 100 feet by 50 or so. And there's these two gigantic glass bulbs that are glowing with some kind of light. It's unclear what it is. You haven't seen anything like it before.
Oh man, that's so bright, yeah.
It's really bright.
Like we just woke up like an hour ago.
Not only that,
yourself.
You're not really used to being in very bright light, mostly torchlight or lanterns around. I mean, it's never really dark in Angul because of all the burning scrub they have. Not to mention the pyre out on the beach that's burning 24/7 to help guide the boats. But you haven't experienced everything so well lit in one room before. There's no shadows. Everything is completely illuminated. So Headmaster Echo, who is standing in front of you, he has a smile on his face. We are so glad to have you here.
Where exactly is here? What is all of this?
It's so exciting to have a new class enter. Oh, well, you see, years ago, something like 1,180 years ago, this used to be a mine, a dwarven mine, but they tapped it out. They were mining several different things, including precious gems and semi-precious stones, one of which is where our school gets its name from, lapis lazuli. And once they tapped the mine out, they just left it empty for a few years. So some very, very clever people decided to build a school inside of it. For many years, it was the premier school in Scythia.
What did
premier-
the school teach?
Everything. It was a university. You could major in fine art, or common, or medicine, many different things.
What about magic?
Well, we did, yes, there was a magic wing at one point. That part is closed off now, of course. But yes, they did as well teach magic. But after the rupture, well, we are still here. But there isn't a lot of demand for higher education these days.
Indeed.
Medicine
Yeah.
you provide is always welcome, though.
Yeah,
So-
people want real jobs, man.
Yes, exactly. So we formed a group called the Scholars.
The
And we have
what?
taken on the task of safeguarding all of Scythia's knowledge for a time when it will be used again.
You think there will be such a time?
Well, we certainly hope so.
So you guys called each other like the scholars?
Oh, no, I'm not a scholar. Well, I'm a scholar, but I'm not a scholar, in quotation marks. The scholars are our information gatherers. We send them out into Scythia, and they keep an eye on things. They return reports about, how the slag is doing and how occasionally how the crater is doing. We don't go there very often.
Are Ulrich, Rodney, and Cassandra scholars?
Yes, in fact, they are an outgoing class.
I see.
They will be leaving momentarily, I believe, within the
And
next
how-
day or two.
And how many people started in their class?
5.
They went down to 3?
Oh, no, there are still 5 of them.
Oh, I was about to say, it's like, that's a hell of a graduation rate.
We pride ourselves on our graduation rate.
Oh, okay.
Each
Hey,
of you has
that's
your
what I'm
own
doing.
specific talent, which we will foster. Not everyone is going to be writing in treatises or... Vorti, would you like to write an treatise?
Oh no, I was just kind of playing with some of your devices. Just like,
I would be happy to show you all of them.
What are these glowing things? I've never seen their light before.
Oh, you see, those are called light bulbs.
Rather on the nose, isn't it?
One of our headmasters in the past created something that we call electricity. The entire school is lit up with it. We use it for many different things. He created what's called a generator.
why not just use candles?
Oh, well. Sometimes we have to, I won't lie. The power does go out occasionally, but it always comes back on.
I mean,
Power. Where do you draw this power from? I thought magic was unwelcome here.
Well, you see, this is not magic. This is technology.
Seems
see-
about the same to me since I don't understand it.
Before the rupture, there was a lot of experimentation going on with electricity. You see, it turns out that if you take a conductor, like a wire, and you pass it through a magnetic field, then a current will set up inside the wire.
I understood about
Oh.
every third word you said, sir.
Yeah.
I
This
know
is-
conductors. Conductors, man. Conductors are like the ones that like conduct the band and stuff. They're like, come on,
Yeah, I
come
feel
on,
like-
bass, come
like
on, bass,
Putting
come
them
on,
through
strings.
this field or whatever might
Come
hurt
on,
them
I
or
can
something.
see
Yeah.
this. Right, right.
So a
I
previous
see.
headmaster realized that if you took, well, let me put this in layman's terms for you. If you take a whole lot of wire and you run it through a powerful magnetic field, electricity will build up in the wire, and you can use it to do things like light lights.
Where is this field?
Deep under the school, there is a generator driven by an underground river. And through wires, it comes up here and lights up the lights.
Oh, so it's all just
Yeah.
mechanical.
Yes.
Oh, why didn't you say so? All right,
There is.
cool.
Will,
Yes, there is no
will
magic
this be
involved
on-
whatsoever.
Will this be on a test later?
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I do see some of you taking notes. I like that. I like that attitude.
I'm just practicing my penmanship.
It's an important skill.
Well, how about I show you around our entrance hall
Sure.
Fine.
before Ulrich takes you away?
DM, as he shows us around, if he gets like particularly engrossed in anything, and I see a loose trinket that I can swipe, I'm going to attempt to do so.
Okay. As you walk around the room, you notice that it is extremely clean. You don't see dust built up on anything. Each of the exhibits has a small plaque next to it saying who designed it and what it was supposed to do. And you notice that on either side of the door, there are what looks like cannons pointed at the door. They don't have plaques next to them. But they don't look like, regular old cannons that you've seen before. They have a lot of barrels in a circle.
Oh shit.
I
They're
noticed-
Gatling guns?
I noticed these don't have any plaques, but are in this display room. What exactly are they?
Oh, these are just for self-defense, you see. We point these at the front door, which it hasn't come up yet. But these used to be on display elsewhere in the university where we taught, you might think of it as alchemy.
All right.
We would make a powder that is explosive,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and we could produce bullets, much like the ones I'm sure you've seen around
Right.
out in the wastes. But what these guns do is the barrels spin at a very high rate. They're really just for self-defense in case someone tries to come through our doors.
Right. Well, I imagine if I came in here looking for trouble and found these pointed at me, I'd turn right around. So fair
There are many, many sorcerers still out there. It is one thing that you will learn about over the course of your program.
Would it be possible to make something like these, but smaller? Something handheld, perhaps?
I hadn't thought of that. He pulls a little notebook out of his jacket and he starts scribbling furiously into it. And then he
I
puts
would
it
be
away.
happy to help you test any prototypes you come up with.
And as you move along the chamber, you notice that there are big pipes along either side that those big bulbs connect to. And there's a bunch of machinery at either end of the room connecting to those pipes. In the middle of the room, he takes you to this big contraption it's got 3 paddles coming out the top with canvas on them. And it has metal inside it and a place for one person to sit. This is a flying machine.
That is pretty cool.
It hasn't
You're
run in.
joking.
It hasn't been started up in
Yo, that
200
looks
years or so, but
so heavy, man.
Wait,
Like,
are you
how
serious?
How do you get that off the ground so heavy, man?
There's
well,
no way.
there is a motor inside. So when you
The
start the
hell
motor,
is a motor?
I forgot you've been out in the waste for so. You see, before the rupture, Scythe was quite different than it is right now.
Okay.
Reckon so.
A lot of things were lost in the rupture. People had to focus more on survival than they did scientific achievement.
Okay.
But inside of this machine, there is a motor, which when started will make those blades up there spin really, really fast, and it lifts you up off the ground.
Okay.
It sounds
think that-
incredible.
Yes.
I lean over to Nash and sort of mutter under my breath, I think the daughter might be taking this one.
Which daughter?
No, the Doda. When they go crazy from being too old.
What the hell?
Oh, well, maybe they call it something different here. That's what we always called it.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Tess just blushes and walks away.
Nash is lost, completely lost.
That's
By
what we called
everything.
it, right? The daughter?
That is what it's called, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I'm just making
No, you're right, you're right.
I'm not crazy.
No, you're
No,
right.
you're not. No,
we
she's
just-
just confused for so many reasons right now.
Why is
What's
she-
What's Nash's intelligence?
Mm.
Ooh, what's
'Cause I'm
Oh,
wondering
God.
I'm wondering if I'm the dumbest one here.
I hope not
Pretty
everybody
dumb.
dumped it, but we'll see.
I always dump intelligence.
I dumped my con. I'm actually pretty smart.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh.
I'm not trying to be up in the shit.
Yeah, my intelligence is an 8, so he's a dumb.
Ooh.
Well, as you're having that conversation, Tessellay and Nash, the headmaster is still going on and on about this machine. It seems incredible, but as this blade spin, it forces air over them. And you see the way that lift works is you have a cabered wing structure, we call it, where the air pressure on top has to be lower than the air pressure under the bottom, and it causes it to rise, and it takes the entire machine with it. You see?
No.
No.
Is this
Mine
going to
is
be on
also
the
8,
test?
by the way.
I'm gonna take your word for it, dude, because I don't know half the words you said.
He moves. He
He's
looks over at
unnatural.
you. He looks around at you, and he. Oh, okay. And then he moves on to the next one. This one is a two-person driving machine. It has a similar motor to what's in the flying machine, but all it does is turn the wheels. So you sit here and you turn the wheel, and you can move it at an extremely quick rate to get where you're going faster, you see?
Sounds a lot safer, at
So
least.
this is a self-propelled. This is a horseless carriage.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, no scalies to hook
No,
up.
no scalies required, only fuel.
Well, what do you use as fuel?
Well, our distillery shut down some time ago, but it was something like the what you call in Angul gushka, I believe is what they call it.
Oh. You can drink horseless carriage fuel.
No, not this type. No, it was quite potent. You'd probably die if you drank it.
Oh.
Yes.
Good to know. All right.
Moving on,
Still
he brings you to the next one, and it also has wheels, but there's only 2 of them. This is called a motorcycle.
Okay, dibs on this one.
It also has an engine, much like the buggy and the flying machine, but much smaller. It can only really carry 1 or 2 people.
Roscoe climbs on and starts checking it out.
His feet don't reach the ground, do they?
Okay, how does it go?
Well, if it had any fuel, you would start the engine, and it has controls. You ride it much like a bicycle. Have you ever seen a bicycle before? No? Okay.
Afraid not.
You sit on it, and you push the go button, and you turn these bars and it would go the direction you wanted it to go.
Oh,
Okay, I'd like to do that.
Like the reins on a scaly. Like go
Well.
left scaly, go right scaly.
He leans as everybody starts to move on, Roscoe, he leans over to you. I think before they leave, perhaps you should talk to Scholar Christian. If you are interested in this machine.
Is this what it is?
No.
Okay. I could ask him about it. Yeah, I very much would like to try this.
Moving on. He takes you to the back corner of the room where there's a large machine with pipes coming out of it. This one still works, however, because it works on electricity. And he flips a switch and music starts to come out of it.
hell?
Oh yeah. Let me have this. Move aside, move aside, move aside.
Of course, we had ways to record and listen to music later. I don't know if you've seen anything like that before. But this machine is actually an electric organ.
Okay.
It has a series of bellows inside, and when you touch either a key or you start a pre-programmed program, then it will force air through the pipes, and it makes music.
I feel the beat. I feel it. I feel it. Yes. Yes. Where can I get one?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't know. I believe you'd have to either build your own, or you can always come in and play with this one.
Don't tell him that. You'll never get rid of him.
And it's too big to haul around. It probably weighs 600 or 700 pounds by the look of it.
Well, it's too late to take it back, so permission granted.
I believe there's
Permission
only one more to show you. Over there in this opposite corner. This is a bicycle. If you have never seen one before. You sit in the seat. You move the handlebars to control the direction, and you have to pedal with this one. You put your feet on the pedals, and you push them, and it's probably the most efficient way of travel, mathematically.
This seems more my speed. I like it.
Yes, it's not very fast.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's real good.
Can I try it out?
Yes.
Okay. Is it actually one of the giant? What are they called when they have the huge front wheel?
A penny farthing.
Is it actually a penny
Yeah.
farthing?
It is.
Oh god. All right, so I'm gonna precariously climb up onto it without taking it off the table, and try and just ride it in tight little circles.
Okay. If I could give you a bit of advice, try to go in a straight line first. Turning is a little more difficult.
Oh, okay.
And he helps you take it down off the platform. These machines are all meticulously maintained and oiled and such, so don't be afraid of it falling apart or anything like that. So why don't you roll a dexterity for me?
Okay, I'm pretty good at that. Just a dex check, or
Yeah, just a dex check.
oh, I rolled really bad though, so it's a 10.
Okay, so with the 10, you don't collapse to the ground or anything, but you're very wobbly. Like, oh,
It's
and
a lot higher than it looks from on the floor.
you start to make your way around the exhibit hall or the entrance hall. You find that the faster you go, the easier it is to keep it upright, though. And he lets you take it around the entrance hall a couple of times.
Figuring out that the speed helps, can I get it going really fast and try to do a handstand on the seat? Try to do some
Okay.
acrobatic shit.
Okay, so first of all, roll a... Man, when was the last time you guys rode a bicycle?
Like a
Not
week
long
ago.
ago.
Oh, wow.
It is a lot harder than I remember as a kid, so roll a constitution check for me.
On. What?
Mm-hmm.
You're just talking about a regular bicycle?
Mm-hmm. I get worn
This
out
is
so
just because I
fast.
said
I think
calm
maybe
was my
you had a
cold
rusty
step.
chain on your bicycle is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good if you take care of the bike, you know?
Okay, I rolled better on that.
It's usually the rider's fault.
Well, I agree with that.
But it's the
James
last,
is out there
Never get the hang
on a
of all
penny
the
farthing.
gears, you know.
last time I rode a bike, I almost lost my arm. So
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Con check is 14.
Okay, so you don't get worn out real fast, right? So you're riding around, and the faster you get going, you learn how to turn a little bit, and you're coming around the entrance hall. You got 150 feet to play with, really, as long as you weave through the exhibits. So if you're gonna try to do a handstand,
Mhm.
now roll acrobatics.
Yeah, it's my best skill. Well, one of my best skills. Yeah, that's gonna be a 19.
So the rest of you watch in horror as Tesselae is flying around this entrance hall on this gigantic penny farthing bike.
I'm
And
playing my music.
You see a look come over her face like a little devil's on her shoulder. And then she plants one hand right in between the bars, the other hand on the seat behind her, and lifts herself up and does a headstand or handstand
Whoa.
as it's moving around.
For how long?
My God.
How
Like a
long,
solid
Tesselae?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay.
Like weaving through stuff. I like this one a lot.
And then eventually you start to slow down because you're not pedaling. So
I
you
just
had
flip off and do like a flourish.
well, the bike keeps going.
Oh,
If you do
oh
that.
shit! Oh shit!
So roll
Let's
another
go run it!
I guess another dex check.
Not my brightest moment.
I'll take my spear and try to throw it into the wheel of the bike.
It might
to
not
try
be
and get it to
necessary.
stop.
I rolled a
Oh, good.
natural 20, so
Okay.
it's 23.
Okay, so Tesselae does a flip off of this penny farthing bike, lands on the ground with a flourish. Then you realize, uh-oh, it's still going. But you're easily able to run up and catch it before it falls over.
Okay, I think I'm done. Sorry.
Headmaster Echo is watching you he looks both impressed and terrified at the same time.
That's people's general reaction to tests.
Well, if we are finished in the entrance hall, I can take you downstairs, show you where you'll be living, give you the 5-cent tour, as they used to say.
Sounds good.
What's a scent? Like a smell? Does it smell down there?
Sometimes
Oh, great.
it can. We have been cooped up in here for quite a long time.
Ooh.
So in the middle of in the center of the room, well, near the back of the room, but in the center, there is a spiral staircase made of stone that goes down.
Oh my God, Morgan, you just made all three of us yawn.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's Sunday morning.
I didn't sleep well last night. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
Oh, I know what the problem is. I haven't had any coffee.
Okay, so you come down the stairs, and they end the next floor down, which is something like 15. It's a 15-foot high ceiling in this room. This room, the floor is a lot. It's still leveled, but it doesn't look as pretty as the entrance hall did. The walls are still rough hewn. Like the dwarves came in and they didn't pay a whole lot of attention to making the walls all nice and smooth, but the floor is level and paved with paving stones.
Should we be seeing a different room on roll 20?
Yeah, I have to move your player
Oh,
number
God.
first. Boop, boop.
Hey, there we go.
Aha.
Cool.
So if you'll come this way And he takes you to your left, west. When you first come down the stairs, you see a long hallway, and you see another staircase that goes down on the other end of the hallway, which is something like 75 feet down this long hallway. And then he brings you to the west, or your left. And as you come into this long room, which is, I don't know, 25 feet wide and 75 feet long, something like that. It might be 100 feet. You see a row of beds, which are little more than cots on either side of the room. There are 10 of them. Each one has a foot locker at the base, or at the foot of the bed. And at the other end of the room, you see stalls at the very other, or you see a wall at the very other end of the room with some chests around those walls.
Nash is just running and like jumping from bed to bed and just hitting all of them.
Oh, Vorty joins you, man. He's like, yeah, which ones were the...
One of
Roscoe
those is
goes
going
to-
to be mine.
Roscoe goes to a bed on the end and says, "Don't jump on this one. This is mine."
Tess does the same across the aisle.
I definitely ignore both of you.
Nash, what are you doing? I don't want your stinky boots on my cot.
I've got so much energy. God, they've just been talking about class and things we need to do. I don't understand why we're here.
Ulrich steps up into the room. Speaking of class, I have to give you your schedules.
Yeah, great.
By the way, all of these beds are empty because of our last group that is outgoing, so pick your favorite. At the back end of the room, there are latrine facilities, toilets, and showers. And in those crates, you'll find more supplies like soap and things like that. You can take all of your belongings and put them in the footlockers at the foot of your beds. You will be given clothes to wear, everything you need.
You want me to
Wow.
remove my armor?
Yes, I do. You are quite safe. Do not worry.
Nash,
Insight check.
are you carving
Go
on
ahead.
your bed?
Are you carving on your bed? And then I just wink at you. Because yes.
Totally.
I just want to make sure it stays mine.
This is why I allowed players to draw on it, by the way. So,
Oh my gosh.
Cute.
With a 3 insight check, you don't know what to make of it.
Oh no, it was a 12. Sorry.
Oh, 12. With a 12 insight check, you feel like he's telling the truth.
Okay.
You did see giant Gatling guns pointed at the front door.
Right.
You are quite safe. You won't need to wear your armor inside of the school. And by the time you leave, you will be refurbished with better armor. No offense. But pick whichever bed you like. If you need to use the facilities, they are right back there. Headmaster
Roscoe.
Echo is still standing behind him, and he goes, "Well, that's it for me for now. I'll leave you in Ulrich's hands. I do have an open door policy, so anytime you need to stop by, please do." But you see Ulrich go like this. He just kind of like shakes his head a little, like rolls his eyes.
Thank you, Headmaster.
You are quite welcome. We are lucky to have you. And he leaves. When he does, he goes down that long hallway toward the other spiral staircase at the end of the room.
I pull out a dagger and carve into the top of my footlocker the thieves can't symbol for protected. Do not steal.
Yo, so I'm gonna follow him to the hall and see. Does he go up or does he go down?
It goes down. It only goes down.
Oh, good.
All right, so your schedules.
Can you guys hear my dog snoring in the background?
No.
No, he's good.
Oh,
That's
baby.
good.
James, how old did you say Ulrich looks?
40s. But he's human.
Yo, Nash, can you get off the schedule?
Yeah.
Can't freaking see.
Oh, wait.
But,
Oh, my bad. My bad, y'all.
like,
Oh god, it's so tiny. What is this?
okay.
Here, let's see.
All I see is lunch, dinner, perfect free
Chores.
time.
You skipped right over chores
I-
there. I'm just
breakfast.
reminding you that there's a chores
Lunch,
thing.
dinner.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
combat training.
Yeah, that's assuming I'm up at that hour, man.
Oh wow. Oh boy.
We have pretty much the same schedule every day, although one day a week you do have all day free time. 5 a.m. you'll be woken up to do chores, which will be assigned later. 7 a.m. is breakfast.
Will we get to leave this mountain during free time?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, I shoot a look over at Adamon.
I know that it seems harsh, but we must keep you inside the mountain during your training.
Can we send letters?
Yes, you can.
All right. That's right nice of you.
8 a.m. will be class. We have several different classes you'll be taking. 12 o'clock is lunch.
Yeah. So
And then at 1 p.m., you'll begin your combat training. That one is every day. You won't take every class every day except for that one.
What if
Fine
you
by
get-
me.
what if you get hungry like earlier, man? Like, can we go like at 11?
I'm
I
sure
would-
there's stacks, right?
I would suggest talking to the chef about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
you're
like
gonna
him, is-
regret.
You love him. His name is Franz.
Bronze.
Yes.
That's gonna be my new best friend.
Yeah, Vorty, we'll go find frauds later. Or soon.
Between 5 and 6, you'll have an hour of free time. I expect you'll either be bathing or lying in a corner somewhere. 6 o'clock is dinner. And then you will have 3 hours of free time to do whatever you wish. As we continue the tour, perhaps you'll get some ideas about that.
Man.
And then at 10 o'clock is lights out. You'll notice that in this room is quite well lit. The second and third floors are lit from above from electrical light. Everything is bright light in these two rooms. That is between 5 o'clock and 10 p.m. At 10 p.m., we shut the lights off. There is no rule that you have to be in bed at 10 p.m. But you may not be able to see unless you have some other light source.
Are any parts of the Institute off limits to new students?
No.
I like that answer.
There are areas that you probably won't go to until you've been here a little while because you don't have a reason to. But nothing is off limits exactly, no.
We'll see.
Right, now that you have your schedules, let's introduce you to your professors.
Right.
We'll start with the worst one.
Oh,
Perfect.
great.
Is that in your personal opinion or
Oh no, that's everyone's opinion as far as I know.
oh good.
While we're walking, before we cover any real ground, I want to step up next to Ulrich. Forgive me, is it correct that the professors are the ones that decided that we should be chosen for this?
Yes, that is correct.
And why did they choose us? I understand they usually recruit individuals from farther away.
And I suppose I can give you a little bit of a lesson right now. I am not a teacher. I am the head of the scholars. I organize activities outside and keep track of all the scholars, and I will keep track of your training. If you have any problems in training, you can, of course, come to me. My office is down that long hallway in between the staircases. And while Headmaster Echo says he has an open door policy, I don't know if it would do you any good to go talk to him. So come to me if you have a problem, and I will do my very best to help you.
Noted. Thank you.
I think if he needed to say anything else. Anyway, let's go meet Master Crow.
Master Crow?
Yes.
Ooh.
With a K or a C?
Crowe.
Hmm.
Is that your dog?
I'm telling you, it's so loud.
Wow.
Oh.
She is sleeping hard. My goodness.
She had a big day yesterday.
Is she snoring? Is that what that is?
That is snoring.
Those are dog snores.
I love dog snores.
Wow.
So Ulrich takes you to the other end of this large room. You pass the staircase by, and you can see the hallway down here. And you see there's a bunch of doors along the hallway. Ulrich said that his office is down that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to the other side of the room, past the offices, past the staircase, it opens into one big room. It is something like 100 feet long and 50 feet wide, and there is a big canvas mat on the floor. Along either side of each end of the room, there are weapons racks. And sitting on the canvas mat is a dwarf. Master Crow, I've brought the new scholar initiates. Without standing up, he looks around up at you. Is this the best you could do? And then he's sitting like cross-legged.
Listen, man,
On
you
the
guys
map.
came to me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And then he stands up from a cross-legged position without putting his hands on the floor. He just sort of levitates up into a standing position. And he's only 4 feet tall.
that's a key trick.
He has a lot of scars on his face. He has long hair and a long beard that he's got braided up. And he is wearing very simple clothes, a shirt and pants, no shoes. It looks like something you'd wear to work out in.
Big
Cute.
monk vibes.
Why don't all of you get on the mat here? Everyone on the mat, line up.
Yeah, nothing here.
Do we
dude.
still have our stuff at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes down the line and he looks at each of you one at a time. He looks into your eyes and looks you up and down. He goes down the line. I know Ulrich gave you some crap about calling me Master Crow. Crow is enough. I'm sure you'll come up with plenty of nicknames for me over the next few months. We don't stand on circumstance in this room. He looks over he picks on Roscoe for a second. Roscoe, what's your name?
Roscoe Stubbles.
Stubbles. I know that name.
Yeah, you might. Lots of people do.
He narrows his eyes at you for a second. What are you good at, Roscoe?
Pretty good at, I don't know, staying alive out without a good place to sleep. Pretty good at making sure I eat enough every day, and I'm pretty strong.
How old are you?
38.
Oh, you've managed to survive a whole 38 years. Bravo. Then he goes to Adaman. And what are you good at? What's your name?
Adaman Soulsmith, Master Crow. I'm a de-escalator. I try and take a fight and make sure nobody ends up with anything permanent before their heads are all knocked in.
Like a sexually transmitted disease.
Thank you, Vorty.
So you're good at fighting multiple targets at once, is what you're saying?
Yes.
All right. How tall is Tessellay?
Kind of tall, like 5'7", 5'8".
Oh, okay. So he walks over to you and he looks up. How much do you weigh?
Whoa.
You must be 100 pounds.
What's it to you?
The nerve.
I mean, you've got all these cloaks and things on.
All the better to hide stolen goods in.
All right, I think I see what your talent is.
Among other things.
And then he goes to Vorty.
What up? I'm about 5'5", so we're probably about the same height. I don't know.
Don't see many. Are you a satyr?
I mean, you see my legs.
Oh, it's just that I haven't seen one
I
in so
mean-
long.
Man, and I'm the dumb one.
That's good to know.
Hey, I'm just being transparent here, man. You know, I just start out with my bad foot. That way, when I give you my good one, and it's like,
Are you any good at fighting?
I'm all right. I mean, my dad was like really, really good, and my mom's even better. So I don't know. Guess I can hold my own. You know.
All right. And then last but not least, he moves to Nash. But he just stands there looking at you. Right in the eyes. He's looking up at you.
Can I help you?
Not much
Am
there,
I to
guess.
be introducing myself as well?
You're an elf.
You're a dwarf.
Well, I'm glad we got that settled.
Well, I'm sure we're going to have an excellent time together the next few months.
Sure.
Try not to break anything.
I don't think I need your luck.
Oh boy.
And if you did want to know what my talent is, it's hunting and killing things.
You're an archer.
Yes.
Good. See, I don't know if Ulrich explained it to you. He's looking around at everyone. A group of scholars is called a pentacle.
I don't even know how to begin to spell that.
It is mathematically the best group size for what you're going to be doing.
Which is
Gathering information, killing everyone who gets in your way.
Damn, like you can't even like talk first.
That's what you're here for, 40.
Well, yeah, that's what I do.
You each have your own talents. We are going to explore those talents over the next several months. And it will take each one of you to form the pentacle. Once you do, you could be unstoppable. Now, go away. And he goes to the other room and he sits down again. Ulrich is waiting for you.
Wait, again, I have one question though. What exactly do you do? Are you like a gym teacher or something?
Oh, that's the easy question. I'm going to beat the shit out of you every day for the next few months.
I'm gonna go find Ulrich for a second.
Go ahead.
Ulrich, this guy's crazy. What the hell is he talking about?
As we all leave, I'm gonna pause at the edge of the mat and just turn back and give him a light bow of my head in acknowledgement.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this bullshit.
All right, now that you've met Master Crow, and make no mistake, he will beat the shit out of you every day for the next several months.
Well, it looks like he knows what he's doing, so hopefully it won't do anything permanent.
Although between you and me, he will turn you into the best fighter you can be.
Do you know how to polish a gem?
Extreme pressure?
Wax on,
You
wax
knock
off.
all the edges off.
Well said. Let's go downstairs.
Left the circle, right the circle.
That's just waxing a car. Oh, I don't know what that is.
That's sand the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Nash, are you okay?
I don't think we're gonna get along well.
Do you know what that was about?
No. Not at all.
DM, is
Dwarves
it like
are
a
assholes.
societal understanding that dwarves and elves don't get along? Is that a thing in this culture?
Or is it my all gray, like, skin even? Like,
Why don't
what
you
would it
roll
be?
a... Nash, now that you're thinking about it, why don't you roll a, I guess an insight check?
Is there any way I can assist in that? Being proficient?
Yeah, if you guys are talking about it, yeah.
Roll with advantage, Nash.
That's great because I got a 2, so.
I'm not proficient, but I'm just good at everything.
Fucking bards.
Okay, that'll be a 15.
Okay, so in the moment, he caught you off guard with that comment. but now that you're thinking about it, he just seemed surprised. And it didn't seem like there was any malice in his comment. He was just surprised to see an elf. Like a full elf.
Hmm. I don't know what his problem was, but we'll get along eventually.
I don't know. I just feel like he couldn't see the obvious. I don't know.
He was getting very close to you when he was looking at you. It's hard to... Also, with your inside check, maybe it's hard to... Maybe he doesn't see very well.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Something wrong with the vision.
All right, so Ulrich takes you back to the staircase you just came down from the entrance hall. It goes down another floor. This floor is also well lit.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
This is so
The kitchen.
awesome.
The staircase actually ends on this floor.
Oh,
Well, I
James,
suppose
this
the
is so cool.
first thing you'd want to see is the kitchen.
And
Yeah.
Franz, yeah.
So to the east of the staircase, there's an open archway. There's no door there. And he takes you into the kitchen. There's a couple of large tables. There's enough seats for the faculty and you to have dinner at the same time.
Franz, my man.
And you see a man. He
Please be
is
French.
human,
Please be French.
and he has a chef's hat on and like the full chef regalia, right?
Please be French.
There is a gigantic fish on the table in front of him, and he's got a cleaver in one hand. And as you come in, he just chops the head of the fish off.
Le poisson, hee hee.
Oh.
Ulrich steps into the room. Franz, this is our new group of initiates. Franz looks up as he's chopping the head off the fish. Oh, hello. It is very nice to meet you.
Yes. It's fucking French.
Oh my.
Oh my god. I'm
Which
so
one
happy.
of Ulrich? Which one of these is mine? Ulrich said, "Oh, we haven't given out duties just yet. Well, make it quick because we have things downstairs to bring up." Oh,
Knowing what that means, I pull out my daggers and just start twirling them between my fingers.
oh, and also, I have a big surprise for you tonight. Ulrich looks a little
Nervous?
yeah.
Franz,
Well, I
you're
look-
such a tease.
I look forward to it, I suppose. So he's got a full kitchen. At one end of the room, there's a rack with pots and pans. He's got a wood-fired stove. He's got a sink with running water and a workspace next to that.
Wow.
Looking for the booze.
And there are tables, with all his stuff out there. And you see baskets full of mostly like root vegetables, and you see some onions and things like that in there too. Things that don't require a lot of sunlight to grow.
Nash, did you catch that fish?
Oh, are you a
Is that what
fisherman?
you're-
Are you a fisherman?
Yes. Well, I was.
Well, I suppose it is possible that you caught these fish. Can you recognize every fish you ever caught?
No.
I did not think so.
Roscoe looks disappointed.
Oh.
As you're talking, he takes a deboning knife and just starts gutting it
I walk over.
unceremoniously.
I walk over and I say, "It's faster if you do it this way, sir." And I take the knife from him and start doing it myself and getting some of the bones out, using a little like flicking technique.
Ooh.
He's watching you very closely. He doesn't seem upset that you took the knife away from him. Oh, I see. I will try this technique on the other one that I have over there. We eat a lot of fish. I hope you like fish.
Yes.
Good.
Well, I do love to eat, but I absolutely have no idea how to cook. So I can't help in the kitchen here.
We will see about that.
Yo, Franz. What's in the barrel?
Oh, that is
Please
you see what I do
tell me.
is I bring up the fresh water from the caverns, which is where the running water in the faucet comes from. It
Uh-huh.
is put through a filter, and then I add some spices to it. It is very refreshing.
So it's just water.
Essentially, yes, but it tastes very good. I would tell you that.
That sounds good, and it
Icy
sounds
water.
like 40 is going to stay out of trouble. I'm real happy about this.
Where's your cooking wine?
No booze,
Well, I suppose
40.
I could try cooking with Gushka,
Yeah, I would highly recommend it, man.
but
We
they
used to
do
do
have a
some
few
really
rules
good
about
stuff.
the alcohol, the tiples. They have few rules about that.
Well, just a few
They have few rules, or
drops.
they have a few rules.
Well, there are few rules, but they are pretty serious.
Trust me, man. When you get that gushka in the food and it like cooks it, it like breaks it down. You can throw in as much as you want.
It's not a bad idea. Perhaps I will ask Ulrich to bring some back. I do not know if he will be amenable.
Man, it'll be.
Make sure he brings back extra, since I feel like some of it's going to go missing.
Snitch.
Ulrich, who is still standing in the doorway over by the stairs. All right, everyone, let's go to the classroom.
All right.
Okay.
He leads you south of the stairs to another large open archway. There's no door on this room. And inside you find bookshelves. There is a chalkboard up against the wall. And there are 5 desks. On the desks are paper and inkwells, measuring it like rulers, instruments, things like that. And there is an old human man sitting in a chair when you enter the room. And it looks like he's dozed off.
Who is this gaunt individual who needs that fish ASAP?
Ulrich walks over and sort of gently moves his shoulder. Terribly sorry, terribly sorry. Are these the new recruits? Yes. Everyone, this is Dr. Pickman. Dr. Pickman, this is everyone. This will be your culture teacher.
And he's human?
Yes. He looks to be in his late 60s. Maybe early 70s. Hard to say. He stands up very slowly. He reaches up against the blackboard. He's got a cane. He takes the cane and he walks over to you very slowly. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Pickman. It's very nice to meet you. I'm sure we will have a lot of fun in this class together.
Pleasure.
Is this a class of fun?
Well, it is to me. I suppose it depends on your perspective.
Oh, isn't everything?
I always welcome learning new things.
Oh, we're going to learn many, many, many new things in this class.
What's lithium?
Well, You might want to ask our chemistry teacher about that. Although I do know a few things about it, having read about it at something.
Well, it's on your chalkboard.
Oh yes, we share this classroom with the chemistry teacher.
Oh, okay.
So we only have the one. I don't know how much Headmaster Echo told you about this institute, but it used to be much larger. You see,
So, what do you teach?
I
Cultural
teach
studies.
literature and music
What music?
and art appreciation, we could call it.
Oh, we're gonna be best friends.
You must be well-rounded individuals to identify sources as you go out into all of that. Many kind of gestures like this. In fact, I believe our first class will be tomorrow.
Can't
Looking
wait.
forward to it.
Can't
8
wait.
a.m., bright and sharp. That will be after you've done all your chores, of course.
Of course.
Well, I shall see you in the morning then. I have some preparation to do.
Sorry to disturb you. Pleasure to meet you, Professor.
Thank you, Dr. Pickman. Ulrich takes you back to the stairwell. And there are two doors that lead off the stairwell. There's one that goes west and one that goes north. He starts at the one on the left there, to your left, on the west, and he knocks on the door before he goes in. And from inside you hear a, "Come in." And he leads you all inside. There are two people inside this room. One of them is quite obviously an elf. She's wearing a lab coat. And the other one is an elderly halfling who is also wearing a lab coat. I would like to introduce you to Dr. Hodgkin, a chemist.
Which one is that? The halfling or the elf?
That is the elf. And this is Dr. Lovelace, our math teacher. Math and physics. They both look up at you warmly. Dr. Hodgkin introduces herself to Vorty first. Hello, my name is Dr. Hodgkin. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Vortimer, but I just go by Vorty for short. How you doing?
Something in your manner tells me you'll very much enjoy this class. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I can tell.
We are going to learn to combine together many different chemical compounds, which will do very many different things, very many useful things.
I can't wait.
Dr. Lovelace speaks up. It's very nice to meet all of you. I am Dr. Lovelace. I teach math and physics. We won't go too deep into it. Has anyone studied math before? Do you understand what math is?
Well, you
Theoretically.
know, I can't say that I've like studied it, but you know, music is like inherently mathematical. Like you have to know how to count, and you got the beat, and you got a rhythm, and it's so harmonious. And
That is a very good point. If you listen to Dr. Pickman, he'll tell you that music and mathematics are intertwined.
yeah, I just don't know how to divide shit.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get there. Of course, everything we teach you has a certain focus to it. We will be talking about physics and angles and how you can use those things to, well, to put it lightly, to fight.
Mm.
Like calculating the drop off of a crossbow bolt as it travels distance.
Exactly. Because
How
while we,
much force you need to chop off someone's head?
yes, that might also be a word problem that you do. Back in the old days, of course, we taught higher education, but now we have a purpose that we must follow, and we only have so much time. I do believe you will enjoy the class. At least I hope you do.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Very nice to meet you both.
And then Ulrich goes north to a door at the north end of the room. You pass by a couple of tables that have a bunch of beakers and burners and chemical compounds and things like that. There's a sink on the left side of the room. And then at the north end of the room, there's another door, which he knocks on.
Before we meet this next professor, can we break real quick, like just for a couple minutes?
Yeah, we can take a bio break.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
All right, I got coffee, so hopefully I won't be
Oh, good.
yawning so much.
I got a caffeinated sparkling water. So
I got a
Caffeinated
little-
sparkling water?
Yes, I didn't know that was a thing, but I'm into
Me
it.
either. I need
Yeah.
it.
I got a
it's
I
little
drink
shot glass.
Sparkling water all the time.
I got my little shot glass, and I got this shot glass from Copenhagen, and it has like the Little Mermaid on it. You see? So
But
Oh,
like the
yeah, it's
sad
like the-
version, right?
he has the sad Little Mermaid, and it's a little shot glass full of honey.
Oh.
Mm.
Mm.
sweet.
I did like a line of Coke, so I'm good to go.
There we go. Now we know who parties in the
You
party.
know, Roscoe. That will help with your sinuses because you sound a little bit clear it right up.
Awful.
Roscoe comes out with a little powder under his nose, and he's like, "Hey, everybody!" We're like,
Ugh.
"Whoa!"
Where did this voice come from? I'm okay now.
Right before he goes into barbaric rage.
Just bumps and rages.
The little button.
Mm-hmm. That's one for the blooper reel.
Woo!
Okay.
All right.
So Ulrich knocks on the north door from the chemistry lab,
Right, so this door.
and there's no answer. So he opens it, and he takes you into a room that there's a few cabinets with glass fronts on them that have bottles of different things inside. There is a metal table in the middle of the room that can be wheeled around. And over the table, there's a really bright electric light that's not on right now. And then there's a sink in the corner, and you can see that there's some tools laid out on it. They're very small. They're totally made out of metal. There's things like scissors and little knives and stuff like that.
My God. Is this where they cut people open?
Probably
Ulrich.
stitch them back together, honestly.
Ulrich goes to the door on the north end of this room and knocks on that one. And this time you do hear a response. So he opens the door and he goes in. This is Dr. Blackwell. He will be teaching you medicine, anatomy,
So
Dr.
you
Black.
are cutting people open.
Sometimes, yeah.
Hmm.
I am Dr. Blackwell. I'll be teaching you how to heal. And the inverse of that. He walks over to Adaman. Did you know that your spleen is right here? And he touches your side.
Nope. I know where my kidneys are because when someone punches them, that's when I pee funny.
Well, if you were to take a small, thin instrument of some kind and apply a bit of pressure right here, and he pushes on that spot. Not much pressure at all, about as much as I'm putting on you right now. You can rupture the spleen and they'll die within days. Did you know that?
No, that's not something I would have in my wheelhouse, sir.
Do you know of any other spots like that that can be exploited?
Oh God, there's
Yes.
there's your star pupil right over there, sir.
Yes, I do. We're going to learn to heal each other, to...
By touching each other like that.
Oh no, it's much more complicated. We
I
learn to
can-
bandage each other up, how to treat wounds, how to take care of each other out in the field.
I can play a little tune here and there, make it all better. Like sometimes there are all kinds of ways to heal people, like there's sexual healing.
I had a professor tell me once that laughter was the best medicine, but I assure you that is not true at all.
I bet he's
You
dead
know,
now.
you haven't laughed hard enough. Like, I can tickle that bone.
Oh.
Dr. Blackwell, by the way, is a human. He's 6 feet tall or so, and he is wearing a suit with glasses. His hair is combed back, and he stands very straight.
Good posture.
He puts his arms behind his back, like in the, he clasps his hands on the small of his back, and he gestures around the room. This is the infirmary. There are 2 beds, as you can see. Hopefully you won't need them. It depends on how you do with Master Crow. He shows you the cabinets. They're full of bandages and things like that. Again, more bottles with various powders and things inside of them. There is another sink in the room.
Do you have any painkillers?
Yes.
Don't
I
give
do.
them to him. I'm
Stay
learning
out of
he
it.
has an addictive personality.
Dr.
Stay out of
Hodgkin typically makes those.
What? You're more interested in stabbing people, so
Yes, I am.
well, dulling out some of that pain may be necessary.
Fair enough.
Well, you'll be seeing me in class later in the week. I suppose we'll focus on healing each other up before we focus on the more fun stuff. And he winks at Tessellay.
As long as you promise we'll get there.
Oh, we'll get there. Ulrich stands in front of you. Well, now that you've met your professors, let me show you a little bit more of the school. You see, years ago, before the rupture, these caverns are vast. And the school took up a good portion of it. And as he's talking, he's walking you back towards the staircase. And he takes you up the stairs. Hang on, I gotta get my bearings on all these maps.
Kudos to
these-
the map.
No,
By
these
the
stairs do go down one more time. Okay, I may have said it ended there, but it does go down one more time. So he takes you down the staircase once more. By the way, all these rooms have 15-foot high ceilings until you get to the 5th floor. which is the library. I do have dynamic lighting on this layer, on this map, so if you can't see, I need to fix it.
I cannot see.
Okay.
Are there any runes left over? Any language carved anywhere in the stonework?
Not that you've noticed in the first 2 floors, no. Or first 4 floors, really. You're kind of bypassing the 4th floor to go to the 5th for the library. It's not that complicated of a map, but there are different ways to get around. Tesla. And Adaman. Okay, can anybody say anything?
All is darkness.
Okay, let me just edit your tokens.
Y'all, there's like a young early 20s couple on our street, and he's teaching her how to skateboard, and it's the cutest fucking thing.
I thought you were gonna say ride a bike.
Just down on a penny farthing. Oh, hey, that's...
It is easier than it looks.
How about now?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
Oh man, stacks on stacks on stacks of books.
Oh.
This is one of the largest library collections in Scythia. Since the rupture, it is now the largest. You can find books on many different subjects down here, and I suggest on your free time you spend some time doing so.
We'll see.
But it is, of
Wow.
course, entirely up to you.
Could probably make a lot of money off collection of books like these. I've never find anything in this good condition.
Well, you have to find the right buyer. I'm afraid there aren't many buyers of this sort of thing in Scythia anymore. By the way, the lantern tokens, you can carry those around with you on the map if you need to.
I
Ooh.
can't. I can't pick them up.
For some reason, when I edit a character to have dark vision, it's been messing up. Like it's doing this weird blurry thing.
Oh, I see.
But I can
Voice changing.
just make you emit light. That's probably the easiest thing to do.
This is cool.
You notice that these tables have electric lights on them. There are no overhead lights in this room. And at the ends of the library, where the aisles of the bookshelves end, you see paintings and tapestries and things on the wall.
Any distinct subject matter that we would recognize?
No, one of them is can only be described as dragons playing poker.
Okay.
There's an oil painting, that one. There's a large tapestry that on the north end of the room that depicts some long lost battle from a long time ago that nobody remembers anymore. Unless maybe you'd find a book on the subject in here somewhere. And of course, you are on your free time. You are free to come down to the library anytime you like. Or there is no hard and fast rule about being in bed at 10 o'clock. That's just when we turn the lights out. But keep in mind that you need a light source if you want to move around. And keep in mind that you would probably rather be fresh when you face Master Crow in the afternoons.
Do you know any way to get on his good side? Since you are, of course, head of the scholars.
Does he have a good side?
Well, he does not take well to flattery.
Noted.
Great. So pinching his butt is out.
He's the type to call you,
Inside that.
I believe the word he's used is brown noser in the past.
Oh, wow. Charming.
But he will treat you all equally.
That's good.
Yeah, he seems like he's the kind of guy who'd like you a lot more if you can knock him on his ass.
There is that.
Well, I can't wait to give him my cram.
Does Bordy have like ram's horns?
Oh.
Yes. He's horny, baby.
No, really, he's just horny all the time.
When
Like-
am I not?
Like the pinch butt thing, that was legit his first go-to tactic. It's not a
Hey, when in doubt, it's at the very least distracting. They
All right,
completely
let's-
take the eye off of the the ball.
Oh,
Let's
but
head back upstairs. Yes.
Can books be removed from the library?
Yes. In fact, now's as good a time as any to talk about your daily duties.
You just said duty.
Who wants to go
Okay,
first?
Morty.
I will.
All right, Tessellay. Oh man, Tessellay. First of all, I want you to know that we do rotate this. You won't be doing this the whole time, but someone has to clean the bathrooms every morning.
Uh,
And I'm afraid you took the first week.
Great.
Sucks for you.
Make sure you get in all the little nooks and crannies around the facilities.
Yeah, because shit lingers.
Who would like to go next?
Oh, I'll go next.
It's going to be your job every morning to clean the mat in the combat room.
All right.
We have a special brush and bucket to clean it. And of course, you'll be putting away the weapons and such as well, making sure everything is neat and tidy.
Sounds good.
Who would like to be next?
I'll
Don't be
go if you have
shy.
something, you need some stuff carried around or anything, I could do that.
Well, we're going to need you, Roscoe, to come down here to the library and reshelve books. You'll find a
Making me the
cart.
book guy.
You'll find a cart near the stairwell. As the professors come down and get books, and as I'm sure you will, you are free to carry them about. When you are done with it, put it on that shelf, on that rack there, and Roscoe will put them away in the morning. In fact, if you take a book off on the shelf, just put it on that cart right there. I want to make sure they go back in the same spot. I'm sure Roscoe will be quite good at doing that.
If it earns me a meal, I'll do anything.
All right. 14, Ash. Who wants to be next?
I'll go.
All right, Nash. We're going to need you to go upstairs to the entrance hall every morning and dust and clean and make sure that all the exhibits are in good working order. Well, as good working order as they can be.
Seems easy enough.
All right. And last would be Vorty.
Let me guess. I get the floors. 'Cause I'm gonna sleep.
Vorty, we're going to have you working with Franz for the first week.
Yes, my man.
He's probably not going to let you cook. Basically, you're going to take an elevator. I'll show you where it is and where you're going. And you're going to move crates of food that have been delivered there up to the kitchen.
Okay.
I hope you keep records of everything.
Shut up, Tesla.
I'm sure you'll let me know if you've done something already.
I'm gonna help any which way I can.
All right, well, let's head back upstairs. You can put your things in your footlockers. And I will pass out your new clothes.
Wait, what?
What?
What new clothes?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, don't worry, they're very comfortable.
It's not about comfortable. Have you seen the way I look in this corset? What are you saying?
Yeah, I don't
I'm
wear any clothes.
You're not wearing any clothes?
Well, I got this little piece on.
He's wearing his satyr thong.
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
I got my G-string on.
You
That's
wearing a-
about it.
Are you wearing a cod piece? Is that what's happening here?
It's an eye patch.
Oh God.
It is.
Maybe a little bit bigger than an eye patch. Give yourself.
Oh
some
yeah,
credit
it's
here,
it's
buddy,
bigger,
you know.
but it's like
Okay,
there's
that's
not much
good.
material left.
All right. Good.
Well, this is not the military. If you feel the need to alter your clothes, you can do so.
So I gotta breathe.
He takes you back up to where all the bunks are. And once you've picked a bed, he tells you to open the footlocker. And inside, you find your new stuff. There are 2 sets of clothes. One is for combat training, similar to what Master Crow was wearing earlier. And the other is, it's not exactly a uniform. It's more of, just a lightweight material. There is also a cloak in there. It's navy blue. Because it does get chilly in parts of the university. But you can put everything you own in the footlocker. You won't need anything, weapons, armor, anything like that. You can put that in the footlocker, plus your old clothes, and you can wear these.
I turn to Tesla and I just whisper, like I'm going to go anywhere without my weapons.
She just gives a knowing wink in response.
Roscoe strips down and changes to his comfortable clothes.
I watch.
You do notice that there is no male and female area here. Everybody just kind of lives together. So, I mean, it's up to you, however modest or immodest you want to be.
How's Starship Troopers?
Yeah, Tess will change as well, but she has a very small, like, wicker lidless basket that's sort of just been strapped to the inside of her bodice, and she detaches that and puts it on under the new shirt, and that's where Vile hangs out.
Nice.
Yeah, 40 doesn't have much on already, so he's just going to be like,
I'm not changing. I'm gonna put on the cape and that's it. I'm not gonna.
Adaman changes and he puts all of his stuff in the locker and puts on all of the new stuff, and then he looks at you two who are like, I'm not gonna get rid of my weapons, and he goes, these hands are registered weapons.
Yes.
I'm sure there's plenty that you can accomplish with those hands.
Now I'm blushing.
Yeah. I picked up on that.
Tess does keep her knee-high boots with the dagger slipped into them.
Well, once you've gotten dressed to whatever level you're getting dressed, and you've stored your things to whatever level you're going to store your things, a group of people comes around that corner from the stairwell. They are dressed in light gray cloaks that has that symbol you saw in Ulrich's on the chest. Once again, it looks like a book with the sword laid across it. They have duffel bags over their shoulders. You recognize Rodney, the Dragonborn. He has I don't know if I mentioned it before, but he's a red Dragonborn, and he's very lithe and kind of skinny. Then you notice a human that you have not met, a male human. There is a female human. a male half elf, and then Cassandra, who is a half orc.
Yep.
They have duffel bags over their shoulders, and they have weapons. They have different weapons. Rodney has a long sword. Christian has a bow across his shoulders. You don't see any weapons on Anise. She is the human rogue.
Okay, so female human rogue is a niece.
Mm-hmm. Christian is a human archer.
I look at Roscoe. Is that the man with the motorcycle?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just gonna. Hey, Christian. Roscoe here.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Are
Hey, I'm good.
you're the new guys coming in, right?
Yeah. Professor Echo or Headmaster Echo told me to ask you about the motorcycle upstairs. Is that yours?
Oh, Echo told you that?
Yeah.
And he looks around. Okay, look, guys. We're on our way out, like right now. But before we leave, I should probably show you some of the stuff they're not gonna.
Okay.
Okay.
We're listening.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, and he points around and introduces everybody. That's Rodney. I'm Christian. This is Anise. The half elf over there, that's Jonas. You notice Jonas has a great big great sword slung across his back. And this is Cassandra. And they all
We've
nod at you.
met.
They all nod at you. They look friendly. Okay, so before we get out of here, you guys could just meet me downstairs. I'll be there in a minute. Let me just show you a couple of things that's going to help you get along a little better, all right?
Thank you.
And he takes you. Make sure I'm going the right way. Did I make this too complicated?
Where's the booze?
A comes from there. He takes you back down to the second floor. Or I'm sorry, the third floor. And he goes through the kitchen. On the other side of the tables, there's a little trap door.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah,
Wait, what?
it was on the south side of the room.
Yeah, I can put you on that page real quick.
I seen it. I didn't say anything because I was like, I was gonna figure it out myself. But
Oh yeah.
There's a trap door there. Franz is cool, and again, you're not. You can go wherever you want. Nothing is out of bounds, right? You can go wherever you want. So Franz probably won't say anything if you come down here. So he opens the door and he goes down a staircase.
We follow.
yeah, Vordy's finally taking notes.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna have to give you all. It's the one thing
Good
about
shot.
Roll20. If you don't do it exactly right, you gotta add dark vision every time.
Well, you have to do it and then do the save, like use this token, use selected token. So you
Yeah.
have to go back, and then that way you can pull that token again, and they will have all the updates to it.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna do it like this. Tesla's token was already here because I was using it to test.
It's so cool how the light moves based on where my token is standing.
Yeah, but you have a combination of like fog of war and dynamic lighting. I could tell because then I don't get.
Okay, who can't see at all?
Me?
Everybody, you can't see it all, Nash?
Yeah, I can
No.
see.
Okay.
Can you
All
see
right.
your token?
I have to click the Save Changes button. That's fine.
I can now. I
Click
couldn't-
and drag it around because I couldn't see anything at all to begin with, but when I moved it, some stuff became visible.
There's
Yeah.
a light source over here, yeah.
Right.
Can you see? There is a light source. Can you see it now?
Yep, I just now. Yeah.
How about
my
you,
token
Roscoe?
wasn't there, but it's now.
Yes, I can see.
Okay. Okay, so Christian takes you down the stairs into this room. Okay, so this is the boiler room. Okay.
Yeah.
Over here is a bunch of complicated electrical stuff. That's what's giving off light right now. This bunch of complicated electrical stuff. To be honest, I never really paid attention during that part. All I know is it's connected to the generator down in the caverns. But over here, and he takes you around a pipe, and I'm just going to move a torch or something around. That gives light off, so you can see what I'm doing for now. You can pretend Christian has a torch. Okay, so this
Mm-hmm.
is the still.
Oh fuck.
Mm.
Okay.
Rock on, Christian. You're my best friend.
Well, make sure you maintain it. We didn't put this here. It's been here for years and years. Some student before us did it. I mean, I'm sure the professors know about it. They just look the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, understood.
So this is where you'll find the still. And Roscoe, you were asking about a motorcycle, right?
Oh yeah, I really want one of those.
Okay. He's going between a couple of big pipes. These are water pipes with the pump, and this is how they get water upstairs from the river downstairs in the caverns. Okay, Roscoe, over here in this corner. I've been working on this for a while, but I don't know. I just never got a handle on it. This is an old bike that's in pieces. If you can put it back together, it's yours.
Mm.
Oh,
And you see some parts laying around. There's a toolbox, and there are some manuals laying there next to it. I mean, supposedly everything we need is right here to fix it, but I don't know. I just lost interest, I guess. So it's yours if you can fix it.
Okay, sounds like I know exactly what I'm doing with my free time.
me too.
And if any of you are gonna have to be hauling up fish and stuff from downstairs, there's a door right here. See that door?
Yeah.
Definitely need to invest in a lantern.
All right. Oop.
I think I'm just gonna turn down my lighting off in this room. It's so small.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, you don't have to move your tokens over if you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's these big ventilation fans right here that kind of keep air moving through these caverns. And then this is a people-sized elevator that goes downstairs to where you will find deliveries. And then this is like a dumbwaiter that goes up into the kitchen. So if any of you pulled that duty, you come down here, you take the elevator downstairs, you bring the stuff up, and you put it on the dumbwaiter and send it upstairs to the kitchen.
Got it.
Can I insight check him? Tess is feeling a little suspicious that he's showing us this stuff to see if we'll take advantage of it and get ourselves in trouble.
Ooh, let me do that too. I have a feeling I trust this dude.
I'm gonna use this one. Okay, I rolled a 16 for a total of 18.
Well, I will say, out of game meta sort of deal, that I'll bet you that Alden, as a player, trusts this guy implicitly
Yes.
Ah,
because we've both been to boot camp. And when you're leaving boot camp, there's always that guy who shows you how to make your life easier. You know,
There's that
where the bodies are buried, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to meet the other guys downstairs. I don't know when we're gonna be back. I think we're going north.
is that your pentacle? Is that what they called it?
Yeah, we're all together.
Do you have like a group name, or is that too
Not yet.
egotistical?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, I think the idea of a group name's pretty cool, but you know, Rodney is real dour. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe we get out there and we do some stuff. Who knows? Maybe we'll come up with something in the future.
Be careful.
Oh yeah, well, if you listen to Master Crow, and well, if you survive Master Crow, then yeah, we feel pretty confident about it. Let me put it that way.
Good to know.
All right, I gotta hustle. They're gonna leave me behind, so I'm just gonna leave you here. Psh, see you later.
All
And
right.
he goes out the door. You are still in the room with the elevator.
Well, he was helpful.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the still and see if I can get a sample out.
Sure.
Listen, Vorty, if you start walking around trashed, it might get you in trouble. Moderation, darling.
I will make sure that he stays in moderation. And I look over at Morty and wink a little.
We go back, like drink right out
The
of
blind leading the blind right there.
Hey, Roscoe.
Yeah.
How confident do you feel that you might be able to fix that bike up? Is that
Oh, I
your
have
thing?
no idea what I'm doing. Absolutely not confident at all.
Well, I'll make you a deal. If you'll trade morning duties with me, whenever I'm shelving books in the library, I'll pull anything that has to do with mechanical intricacies for you.
All I have to do is clean the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay. That works for me. Do you think they're going to get mad that I'm the one doing the bathroom stuff? It seemed pretty rigid.
Well, they said we rotate duties anyway. We're just getting a little ahead of schedule, that's all. We're taking advantage of our resources, darling. Come.
As long as the job
Okay.
gets done, I reckon they probably won't care.
All right. Yeah, that's great. I'm happy to do bathroom duty. But if any of you make a make a big mess, just be polite about it. That's all I'm saying. Or I'll come for you.
And there's always a little bit of wipe up that one must do afterwards. I mean, my goodness, we aren't animals.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
and I take a pointed look at Bordy.
Listen, you think it's really that bad. Cleaning shit ain't that. I've seen it in a tavern. It's only one bathroom.
Oof.
You got a lot of books. Think about it.
That's all right. I like books.
Right. Sounds good.
So on the way out, I'm gonna snag those manuals that were on the floor next to the bike, so
Okay.
I know what to look for in the library tomorrow.
Cool. So you come out back through the trap door in the corner of the kit. It's really more of a dining area.
Mm-hmm.
I dump my water pouch out and I fill it with booze.
You find there is the still hasn't been operated in a little while, but you do find a couple of small bottles next to it that looks like from the last batch.
Take some of that.
Okay. And of course, you'll have to learn to operate it if you want to make any more.
Mm.
We got books.
Okay. So you come back up through the trapdoor in the dining area near the kitchen. Do you want to do anything? Does anybody want to do anything in here before you go back upstairs? You're free to move
mean-
around. You can.
Are the professors still milling about?
You don't see if you were to stick your head in the classroom, you don't see Dr. Pickman anymore, but you do see the other three professors seem like they are busy and stuff, doing stuff.
Can I just duck in and see if there's any pen and paper readily available?
Yeah, each desk has an inkwell and a. It's not a quill. It's more like a fountain pen.
Yeah, I'll take a few pages and a pen.
Okay. Don't forget to fill it up.
I'll do that.
Okay. Anybody else before you go upstairs?
Yeah, I go to Dr. Hodgkin
Uh-huh.
and I say, Dr. Hodgkin, speaking completely theoretical. If I had a still that needed to be fixed, how can I go about it without blowing myself up in the process?
Did Dr. Pickman send you to me?
No, why?
No reason.
Just completely academic, of course.
Making alcohol is actually quite easy if you control the pressure in the pressure pot.
Starts writing pressure.
Make sure that it is clamped tightly so that the pressure does not escape. And you don't want to overload the mash. You don't want to put too much in there, otherwise it could possibly overpressure and explode. Do you know what to use for the mash?
No.
Okay, you would have to ask Franz about that, I imagine.
Okay. I'll ask. Well, thank you again. Speaking theoretically here, I mean, just thank you.
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'll talk to friends tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we got here first thing in the morning. What time of day is it?
It's getting to be about lunchtime.
Right.
Yeah. I'm already tired.
Mm.
Like, this place is exhausting.
I think you're
You-
just not used to waking up on time.
Well, like, by now it's already like 6 p.m. for me.
Mhm.
The
go-
whole day is shifted.
Or going up and down the stairs all the time.
Hmm.
That can, yeah, you get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you head back upstairs. And you notice it down the hall, one of the doors is open to one of the offices.
Is it Ulrich's that he pointed out?
Yes.
Shall I go eavesdrop first?
Would you like to roll a stealth check?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow her too. But I'm clickety clacking like a motherfucker.
I'm really
Just a
good at
look.
stealth.
I'm
I need
just,
you to know
I'm
this.
just a little bit. It's just feeling good.
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a natural 1. So it's an 8 total.
Wow.
Okay,
It's
so
vile. He bit me.
you're heading down this hallway. You're trying to be quiet, but yeah, Vordy is kind of clip-clopping a little bit.
She's click clopping a lot more. I don't know what she's got on.
And one of those daggers that you didn't want to get rid of, you've got your cloak off to the side and sort of sticking out, and you accidentally scrape the point against the wall as you're heading down the wall.
It does that make that sound like?
Just a little scrape. And then when you get to, and these are also rough-hewn walls. The floor is really what they spent all the time on, trying to make that level. So when you get to Ulrich's door, he is looking up at you from his desk expectantly.
Hi.
Yes, can I
Ulrich.
help you?
Yes, I was wondering if there was anything else on the docket before lunchtime.
No, we will be having lunch, and then after that, you will have your first combat training.
Oh, great. All right. Will you come fetch us, or shall we just make our way to Franz when we're ready?
I'm really more here as an expediter. I'm not going to babysit you. So follow your schedule, and if you need anything, I'm here.
Of course. Thank you. While I'm talking to him, can I look around his office and see if there's any sort of chest, any strong box, any indication of secret compartments?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Me too. That was one of the things that I'm doing to see if he's got an additional stash of some booze somewhere.
14.
I
You look around
might
the room,
steal it.
and it's very sparse. He's got a desk with a chair behind it. There is a chair in front of the desk for a visitor to sit in. He's got a couple of papers and a pen on his desk, but even the desk doesn't look like it has any drawers. It's more like a table with a chair behind it. There's really nothing at all in this room except for a few papers.
Okay. Sorry.
Ulrich, so I have a question.
Yes, of course.
So, are you like a secretary or some? Like, what do you do?
It's head of the scholars.
I think of myself as a cat wrangler. Have you ever seen a cat?
I think he's talking about you, Tesla.
Oh.
You what? I've seen you move. You move like a little cat. You move like a little feline.
You might not see cats on the surface anymore, but there are some living in the cabins underneath us.
Oh shit! Really?
Yes. You see, inside the university, it is quite safe from the slag outside.
Well, I'd
The air
imagine it
is-
would have to be.
The air is filtered and ventilated. Water is clean because it comes from underground. And so there are creatures who've survived in the cabin, such as cats.
Is that how Echo survived to be so old?
Yes.
Do you know how old he is?
You know, I couldn't tell you. I've only been doing this job for 5 years.
Wait, what was his name again? What's his name?
Headmaster Echo.
Headmaster
Mhm.
Echo.
Yeah,
Yes.
ECO.
Echo.
What were you
Yes.
doing before this?
Well, before that, I was a scholar,
Ah,
and I did that for 5 years. And before that, I lived... Well, that's a long story.
I'd like to hear it sometime.
Well, we're here. We got a lot of time. We got a couple of free hours.
Yes, you will have... Well, you might find that your free time is... It goes by quickly.
I can drag out a day.
But if there's anything else I can do for you, let me know. Otherwise, lunch will be at 12 o'clock sharp. Franz is very punctual.
Yeah, I'm getting really hungry.
How do we tell time down here?
Isn't there some contraption for that?
Do you not have a watch?
To be one
A
for
what?
everything.
Oh, right.
See, I knew it. I
Beside
knew
the,
there was gonna be a contraption for everything.
Okay, I will put a clock out. So most of the professors carry pocket watches, but I can put one outside for you.
So, what is this exactly?
Oh, right. A clock is a device for telling time. It has gears inside of it. You wind it up, and you read the face of the clock to tell you what time it is.
Oh, like a sundial.
Yes, but without the sun.
Oh.
Oh, we have a lot to learn, it seems.
That sounds real useful.
Learning to read a clock is the least of your worries.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we won't disturb you further. At least I won't. Borty.
Good, then I will see you in the kitchen.
Let's do it. I'm starving.
There's more beds and foot chests than there are us. So I'm going to go through the chests for all the unclaimed beds and just take all of their shit and put it in my chest.
I'm gonna move the other bed near my bed, and I'm gonna give myself a queen size bed.
Okay.
You're muted, Nash.
Damn, I was gonna do the same thing. It's genius. After I see Vorty doing it, I just straight up copy his idea.
I am curious how you're doing that since you guys' beds are next to each other, and then on the other side is Roscoe's. You guys
Yeah,
are
it's
either
just one big
moving,
bed.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Just a
Oh,
California
like that.
king bed.
Okay, oh, I like that. All right.
We
Don't
shift,
touch my
we
bed.
shift, Adam.
Touching your bed. We're just adding a bed next to it.
Does anybody want to wrestle before lunch?
Not
Sure.
with you.
What?
I don't know. I've got all this energy. I'm ready to go.
I'll fight you. Yeah, let's do it.
Oscar, you're so full of energy.
Can we run over to the training mats?
Sure. Nash, will you hold Vile?
No problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrestle Vorty. Vorty. I'm gonna wrestle Roscoe.
Oh, Freudian slip there.
Okay.
You want to?
Okay.
No, you want to.
Just so you know, I'm pretty agile.
Okay. I'll just roll a just no weapons. I guess grappling strength check.
Crow watches you come in, but he doesn't say anything. He's just watching.
I'm gonna use my athletics to try and dodge out of his grapple attempts. Just slip through his hands.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of nodded Crow on the way in, and then yeah, just start wrestling.
Okay, pretty good start. 17.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well,
wait.
I actually rolled twice on that, but 23
Oh shit.
for strength.
All right.
Oh, are they
so-
saving throws?
I did. Oh, I should
My
have rolled
dex
an
save is
attack,
a lot
shouldn't I?
higher.
Yeah, you would roll an attack. Well, no, I guess it'd just be a strength check for when you do
Yeah, it would
grappling.
still
It's a
be
strength check.
plus strength and oh yeah, it's a strength check.
Yeah, and then, well, let's
So I'm
see
looking-
if you're okay. So if you're
I've always done athletics versus athletics or athletics versus acrobatics.
that would be a little more fair because they would
That's
match
what I've
up a
done
little
too.
better. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So athletics versus acrobatics. What you got, Roscoe?
I'm at a
I can do
17
that. It's
acrobatics.
Plus 4 modifier to my roll.
Oh,
either.
shit.
So it's
Okay.
still 23.
Okay.
Damn.
So you guys walk onto the mat. Crow watches you come in. He doesn't even have an expression on his face. He's just watching you. Roscoe nods to him, and then you tackle Tessellay.
Fucking hell, that was
Wow.
It is
heavy.
it's a very like artless tackle too. I think it's not like great technique. He just kind of comes flying and like
Oof.
slams you by the waist.
Okay, you're better than I thought.
Yep, I've been hit by that many a time.
You could have warned me.
Nope,
I-
nope. You got to learn this
He's
hard way.
tiny. How is he this strong?
Oh, he is a
Well
powerhouse.
done. I'm just
Tap
cheering
out.
for both of them.
Tap out.
No! I'm gonna try and break out again.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Should have wrestled me. I would have let you win.
there's
11.
nothing sexier than
I
two
rolled,
people grappling.
So
I rolled
Roscoe's
a
on
12
top of you.
before, so I got a 16.
Yeah, Roscoe's on top of you. He's got. I don't know what would you do in a grapple here, Roscoe?
He's just kind of like circling around every time you get out and just kind of like, I mean, he's not like super heavy, but he's just dense and he just keeps kind of like slamming his weight down. He just, he knows how to use his weight.
That low
Okay.
center of gravity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try one more time. Fuck. I have really good acrobatics, you guys.
I only rolled a 10.
Well, I rolled a natural 1. Jesus Christ.
So Roscoe shoots in. He gets an arm under your knee and one under your back, and he just lifts you off the ground.
Oh, shit.
And you're just
Yeah, you like start to get up.
Take the shit off, Roscoe.
I yield. Put me down.
think this is a valuable
Okay.
lesson in the fact that sometimes you need teamwork against a foe.
This
Oh,
is
that was
why I like to
great.
say in the back, you're very strong for your size. You're just very strong in general.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to get that out. I appreciate it. If you don't wrestle once every day, it's kind of a waste of a day, in my opinion.
I think I got lucky because most of the time when you did
Right.
this to me, he was already pretty drunk. So, well.
Well, Tess looks genuinely taken aback that she got beaten so badly.
Yeah.
Roscoe
Well,
gives Tess like a big hug. Good match.
oh, yes,
Yeah.
good.
When Roscoe gets in his cups, generally I call for 2 or 3 guys for backup. Yeah.
Noted.
And Vorty always is there to smooth things over to make sure nobody gets too
Just
rough.
flashing back right now to Roscoe, Vorty, and Adaman all in a bar.
Just like, no, please, Vorty, start playing some music, man.
Wow.
He's squeezing my spot. Oh!
I always let Roscoe win.
Who's hungry?
Let's go.
All right. Well, you head downstairs. And as you come down the stairs, there's a smell coming from the kitchen. It's amazing. You've never smelled it before.
It
Bloody
doesn't smell
hell.
like fish. What is
You
that?
all
Does not smell
it?
like fish.
How does it compare to the Chula barbecue?
Just the scent makes you feel happier.
Are they brainwashing us?
Yeah, do we notice that? Do we notice that it has like a chemical impact on our disposition?
I wouldn't call it chemical. It's more psychological.
Are you dust of
love that.
deliciousness?
Whatever it is, you wanna know what it is. I mean, we're not doing wisdom checks or anything like that. It's just like it just
Okay.
smells really good,
Right.
and you've never smelled this before.
Oh, Franz.
I have a new favorite person.
So when you get into the little dining area, the faculty's already around one of the tables. Echo's at the head. The other the other 4 professors, you don't see Master Crow, are around one of the tables, and the other one is totally empty. Franz, as you come in, just have a seat over there.
Do you need assistance with anything?
I told you I had something special.
Franz, qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh, délicieux.
He brings over to each table, he has a basket in each hand with like a cloth over it. And he sets one down on the table with the faculty. They don't seem particularly surprised, but they do look excited. And then he sets one down on your table. This is a delicacy from before the rupture.
Please tell more.
You see, there are certain plants that do not grow anymore. And one of them was called wheat.
Wheat.
But just recently, we have had a shipment of sorts of a sample of this wheat from up north. And I found some very good recipes in some cookbooks I found in the library. This is called bread. And he opens the cloth, and inside there are small little rolls.
Oh, that smells heavenly.
When
Did
you
he get
reach
this
out to
from Turnock?
when you reach out to
This like-
touch one, they're kind of spongy and kind of crispy.
Wait, was this made from like a grain?
I ain't never heard of that before.
The fuck is a grain?
Vorty, you know all sorts of things.
It's like seeds.
I've had something that was cold bread before, but it was nothing like this.
I mean, so I've heard. It's I hear my mom and dad talk about like we used to have like rice. We used to eat rice for everything.
When you bite into it, I mean, how do you describe the taste of bread to someone who's never tasted it?
It's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside,
And it's just out of the oven.
there's a warmth and it melts in your mouth.
So as you guys start eating this bread, Franz goes around and he puts plates down in front of everyone. There is a piece of fish. Looks like it's been grilled. And you have some vegetables, which are mostly stewed root vegetables, is what they are.
Well,
I
I'm
hope
gonna
no.
say right now, as long as the food is this good, I'm happy we came here.
I know. I hope no one has gluten allergies.
How would you know?
Yeah.
We're gonna learn today.
Find out. We're gonna find out. What is this? Oh, no.
Roscoe's going to be mad about that since he has to clean the bathroom.
Oh no.
I'm gonna take all of the food that's in my plate and like smash it between the breads and make like the messiest, largest sandwich.
Hey, Nash just invented the sandwich.
It's canon.
Oh my
I'm
god.
feeding
It's the
tiny
best.
bits.
It's the best thing since sliced bread.
It is sliced bread. I'm feeding little tiny bits of everything to Vile.
Oh my god, is anyone else getting turned on from how delicious this is?
Oh, thank God, I thought it was just me. I wasn't going to say anything.
No, that does not happen to me when I'm eating good food. That is
It
very
is.
strange. Yeah.
It is positively sinful. I'm grabbing my balls right now.
Oh,
What is
okay.
happening? Roscoe, you seem to be the only person that enjoys food in the normal way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit next to you.
I was just gonna eat it.
Yeah, it's good. I'll give you that. I don't have any trouble standing up afterwards, though. Y'all are weird.
Yeah, Roscoe's shoveling an insane amount of bread into his mouth.
As you're enjoying lunch, you see Master Crow standing in the doorway that heads to the stairwell. If I were you, I wouldn't fill up too much. Because after lunch, you get to deal with me.
Oh, bloody hell, dwarf. Piss off.
I think that's where we'll end the episode.
All right.
With the piss off.
So
Cheers.
good.
Okay. Really good. That's great.
That was a good
James,
session,
these
guys.
maps are incredible.
Yeah, you did a really good
Yeah.
job, man. You worked hard, I could tell.
It took a
Yeah.
while.
And you had to put all of that on the map layer, and I know that that's a pain because you'll be like trying to move an object on the map layer, and then you'll grab the map, and it'll be like, nah!
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Yeah.
They look phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks
Well,
really
thank
good.
you.